What's up, everybody? It is a bright and sunny day, a balmy 11 degrees Fahrenheit. I've had traps out since the 11th. I've gone through a couple of checks at this point. Off camera, I've caught one mink and one ermine, and yeah, it's mink season, man. I'm just stoked the trapping season's here. It's my favorite time of year. Trees are starting to get covered up in hoarfrost, and I'm pretty excited. Couple things you need to know. My entire line is a river line, and my sets are primarily pocket sets and box sets. So I'm not going to show you all of them, obviously, because they're all pretty much the same. And I'll show you some catches, and I will show you some remakes. See you on the line. Alright, we're here at my first box. This one caught a mink opening night. As you can see, that's a 120 with an expanded pan trap in it. This box does not have a bottom. It's just a three-sided box, and it holds the trap up off the ground a little bit. I drill a hole and I pound a metal stake through and just put the ring of my trap on that. And that'll hold everything. I've got a little bit of Lennon's Mink super range call up there, and yeah, I mean, that's the majority of my sets for boxes. I'll show you one other style of box before this is done, and a couple of cubbies, but other than that, that's how I trap mink. There's another box style that I do. This one's just made out of cedar fencing. Boom. Holds a 120. That one didn't get the expanded pan, but similar deal. I really like this spot. I mean, it's the first year I've had one here, but we got a little drainage stream coming in here that connects to a pond back that way. We've got a ton of good, mink hunting ground right here, and there's the Anchor River right there. So so hopefully we get a mink or 5 out of here. Got high hopes for this spot. I just put in some fresh bait, and a little bit more lure, and we'll see how she goes. Catch you at the next one. So I get people that ask me how come I don't do any like wet sets, bottom edge sets primarily for mink, and here's your answer. Right, 8 inches thick, 7 or 8 feet across, and this river, you could walk across this last week, and then earlier this week we had 40, 45 degree temperatures and pouring rain, and everything broke up. Right, as you can see, there's a bunch over there, there's a whole bunch over there, and yeah, it doesn't matter how good you anchor them, you get a 1,000-pound block of ice moving down river, it's tearing everything up. So I don't put them out. And November 10th through February, I think the end of February, is mink season, and there's just not, it's either frozen the whole time or it's inconsistently frozen and thawed, and you just lose too many traps. So I'm not doing it. Yep, right, here's another set. Oh, forgive me, I'm standing in the light here. I'm pretty close to the road, so I try and make it as unidentifiable as possible. I did catch mink here last year. There we go, there's a big cement block here. I just put a 1.5 in there, and there's another, I don't know, piece of wood. There's just kind of a guiding. And then over that, there's a half of a log. They can get in either way, and it's just packed full of bait and mink stink. And come out. There's a little frozen section of water there where it jets back, but there's the Anchor River. So I got one there, and I missed one there last year. I'm hoping for you know, 2 or 3 here this year. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna show you a couple of more sets. Hopefully we'll get a catch today. If not, so it goes. As you can see behind me is the Anchor River, and right here is a big cottonwood. Cottonwoods in this area are all rotten on the inside, so they make great pocket sets. You just take a chainsaw and you cut a little hole. It helps if there's already a wound low on the tree like there was on this one. And you just cut a little pocket hole that fits your conibear and put it in there, right? It's just a pocket set with a conibear out front. I like to make my holes a little bit tall, and then I brace them off. That way if I need to like replenish bait, I can just like pull the sticks out, throw my bait in there and replace the sticks. So here's an example of what that looks like, right? Pocket set, conibear, and there's my sticks that I can remove to slip my bait in. But yeah, that's the deal. Go in there to get that and get snapped. Here's an old otter slide. In this section of the river, it tightens up pretty good, so the middle part stays open. And last year they were using this. So this year I tried something. Rather than just like do a trail set, I've got like a baited 220. I'm gonna call it a box, but it's just a hollow log that I moved over here before everything froze up, and I think it'll work. I don't know. It's got the Expand-A-Pan on it. All they gotta do is get curious about the, you know, chunk of fish that's in there and work their way in. We'll see. All right, so last year I got 2 mink out of this same spot. Had a box here, so I figured like this is a pretty solid spot. There's always a hole in the water right here. Mink can get in and out, otter can get in and out, etc. Once the river freezes up. As you can see, we're far from freezing, but that little area right there where the current's going gets stays open. You know, even at like 30 below, it stays open. So I wanted to move my box, but I didn't want to leave this spot without a trap. Here's my solution. Find an old stump and cut a conibear cubby in it, and yeah, throw some bait in there. Looks like it needs a bit more, and a little bit of lure, and yeah, catch mink. All right, I think this is the last style of trap I'm going to show you, or last style of box anyway. Again, 120 Expand-A-Pan. This one's got some mesh in the back to keep scent moving, I guess. But down at the local sawmill, you can get these offcuts for like as much as you can take home for 40 bucks. And I like to get them for kindling for my wood stove and just split them up. But the ones that are like just the right size, I set aside and make these kind of boxes out of them because they look like a log. You know, they got bark on them and everything. They're pretty incognito. And if you're setting up like near a road, this is the way to do it. You don't get people coming and stealing your traps or stealing your boxes with your nice bright fresh cedar, you know. So yeah, this spot caught several mink last year. I actually think the mink for this incredibly warm hat came from this spot as well. I think there's 3 or 4 mink in this hat, and it's the bomb. Took me a long time to sew it. I sewed this whole thing by hand before I figured out how to use my sewing machine. But yeah, man, this is the spot. Hopefully you'll be seeing this more this year. Take it easy. There's the river. Here we have, I just made a little cubby hole. There's some screen in the back. This is just 2 pieces of offcut. Made a little pyramid. Bet a little trap there. And yeah, I caught a ermine there the other day. I got a couple of these out too. I caught several mink in them last year. So what I'm going to try and do is take these blocks of ice and use them to make a box for conibear. We'll see. Last year I just had the pocket set dug right here, but the ground is frozen solid. So I don't know. I only caught 1 mink here, but it was the biggest mink I've ever caught. It was like 32 inches long. It was like, you know, farm mink size. So we'll see how this goes. I have no idea if this is going to work out or not. It'll be interesting, little adventure though. But we'll see. I'm gonna turn you off for a second. I'm gonna get some water and we're gonna freeze this bad boy. It's like 10 degrees out, so it'll be froze pretty quick. All right, well, I put you guys down. I poured some water over this. Everything froze up. I mean, it's not the most spectacular thing I've ever made in my whole life, but I think it'll work. It holds a conibear nice and square and good and tight. I don't really foresee a mink jumping over that. I might pack it full of brush and sticks and stuff, but I'll yeah, I don't know, we'll throw some bait in there and see. I'll put some blocking in the back as well and keep you guys updated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the finished ice house. That's what we're calling this set, or the ice box. I think ice box works better, like the fridge. Got it. So it's literally like a box set made out of slabs of ice from the river that are frozen together. There's a little bit of salmon guts in there. I filled the top in with sticks. I might pull those out when it's like 20-30 below and fill them in with ice. This is a piece of rebar that I've got to anchor my trap. That's about 4 feet pounded into the ground, 4 feet deep. All the sides are roughly sealed up, and yeah, we'll see how she goes. That'll be pretty cool to be able to catch something here. As I was doing this, you can see where I found my building materials. But as I was doing this, an otter popped up right over there. Had a look. So we'll see. Just down the way here, I got a 330 set for otter. Yeah, we'll see. I've never had any luck with otter as far as like baiting them. I don't know how to do like water sets with this much current and the ice being as fickle as it is. So we'll see. Once this freezes over, there's like a strip right down the middle here that stays open. I may put a 330 on a pole and slide it out and drop it down in the hole in the ice and just hope and pray that something comes swimming through there, but I don't know. We'll see. There's no beaver in the Anchor River, so it's otter and mink. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the line. We didn't catch anything today, but I had some fun, get to experiment with a new set, and you know, just ridiculous bushcraft nonsense. There's no reason to build a box out of slabs of ice, but it's Sunday and I'm bored. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get some action on the line next time, and we'll see how the ice box works. I'm pretty excited to catch something in there. Until next time, have a good one.